Hi guys and welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make this trifle cake. Let's begin. To get started on the recipe, you'll want to grab yourself a large mixing bowl, and into the mixing bowl place your butter followed by your sugar and beat together until they are lighter and fluffier in colour and consistency. While they are mixing together, you can go ahead and make the custard flavour. For this I'm using custard powder just to get that retro flavour. So just place your custard powder and milk into a bowl and whisk it together until it's smooth. You don't want any lumps at all, so make sure you give it a good thorough mix. It's this bright colour and it works perfectly for the cakes. Once mixed, set aside. You can then go ahead and add in your eggs to your butter and sugar, beating them one at a time until they are well incorporated. You can then go ahead and give the bowl a good scraping down. This is just to incorporate any bits that may not have been fully worked in from earlier on, so make sure you get the sides and the very bottom of the bowl. This is where you can go ahead and add in the custard mixture that you made. Just add all of that in along with some vanilla extract, and then you can just go ahead and give it all a good mix together on a medium high speed, just to ensure everything is fully incorporated and fully mixed in. You can then go ahead and give the bowl a good scraping down, and this is just to incorporate any bits that may not have been fully worked in. You may find the mixture looks a bit split, don't worry. Then you can go ahead and add in your flour, salt and baking powder, passing through a sieve first just to remove any lumps that may not have been fully sifted out. Mix on a medium low speed, start with working up to a medium high until the flour has been fully incorporated. Then you can go ahead and give the bowl another good scraping down, and this is just to incorporate those bits of flour that may not have been fully incorporated. Then divide the cake batter between your two cake tins, and you can do this by eye like I have here, but you can also weigh it for a more accurate result. Once you've got your cake batter into your tins, you can then go ahead and just smooth and level them out as best as you possibly can. I find a small cranked or offset palette knife works really well, but feel free to use what you have to hand. So while your cakes are in the oven baking, you can go ahead and make the creme pat filling. For that, grab yourself a saucepan and place in your milk, and don't forget to add in your vanilla and whisk this in until it's fully incorporated. You may also want to add in some colouring if you want to get that kind of retro look to your custard. Again, this is completely optional and you don't have to do it. You will then want to place this on the heat over a medium heat and just allow it to come up to temperature. While you're waiting for that, grab yourself a large mixing bowl and place in your egg yolks, followed by the sugar, and whisk until they are fully combined, and they should be lighter and fluffier in colour and consistency, much like what you see here. It may take a little while, but don't worry. Add in your flour and whisk that in until it's fully incorporated, and it will thicken the mixture quite noticeably, and this is what you're looking for. Once your milk has come up to temperature, add a small amount, around a quarter or a third of the mixture, and whisk that into the egg yolk mixture. This is just to help temper the mixture and it will stop it from splitting. Add the rest of your milk while you're whisking. Once it's whisked in, you can then place it back on the hob over a medium-high heat and whisk constantly until the mixture starts to thicken. You may think, oh, it's not thickening, but then all of a sudden it thickens very quickly, so make sure you're whisking at all times. You could just turn this kind of yellow colour because of the egg yolks, that mine was quite orange, but I wanted a bit more of a brighter colour, so I just added some yellow food colouring, whisk that in until it's fully incorporated, then place into a bowl to allow it to cool down, but don't forget to cover it with cling film so the skin doesn't form on top. So once your cakes have baked and you've got the custard filling made and it's cooled down, you can go ahead and start to get ready to decorate. So to do that, grab yourself a mixing bowl and place in double cream, the icing sugar and vanilla, and just whisk this on a high speed until the mixture starts to hold its shape. You're looking for something similar to stiff peaks, but do not take it much further than that, otherwise it'll have a granular mouthfeel, and that is not what you're looking for. It doesn't take very long, but it'll start to thicken very quickly, so be careful. Use it straight away. So take a small amount of the cream and place it onto your cake board, plate or stand, and smear it in the middle. Place your first layer of cake on, pressing down just to secure it in place, and it's really simple. Then place some cream in a piping bag and pipe a ring around the edge of your cake with the fresh cream in place. Just a small amount in the middle, just a thin layer, as you'll want to fill the rest with your custard that you made earlier on. So this is much more like a trifle. I added custard into the centre along with strawberry jam. The custard is custard and the strawberry jam would represent the jelly that you would normally have, but I didn't want to add jelly into a cake, so then just place your second layer of cake on top, pressing down to secure it in place, then pipe cream all around the outside of the cake, You don't need to do a crumb coat or anything like that. Just place it on, giving it a generous layer, so if there are any crumbs, you don't really see them. Shouldn't be too crumbly anyway. Just make sure you get some room on top and on the sides, you're good to go. Once you've got your cream piped all around the cake, you can then start to smooth and level it out as best as you possibly can. You want it to look as smooth as possible, but it doesn't have to be perfect. This would be the perfect cake to make for the Queen's Jubilee. I haven't made it for that. I made this way back in January and I found it in my records, so I just thought, hey, it's a perfect time, and I think it's a great cake for this sort of celebration, but it would be a great cake all year round. Once you're happy with how smooth the cake is, you can then go ahead and start to do the final bits of decorating. Don't forget to get them scraggly bits that are on the edge of the cake at the top. So to decorate the cake, I just take some of these rainbow sprinkles and make a border around the bottom of the cake. It doesn't have to be perfectly consistent, as you know, the heights and everything. I just like the whimsical. It's some high, some low. It just adds colour as well. It's really pretty fun. Then you can go ahead and pipe on your rosettes, as few or as many as you like. I went with 8, which is a perfect amount for this cake. But again, it's completely up to you and how many people you want to serve with. So then it's really easy to finish the decorating. In the middle you'll have a space, and this is where I found perfect to add some more of the custard. And if you want to, you can also add jam like I did, but it's completely up to you. Top the rosettes with some of the rainbow sprinkles, and this is just perfect. It's really quick, easy and simple. The only thing is it does need to be eaten within 24 hours if you are going to use fresh cream, as fresh cream is highly perishable. Keep that in mind, don't kill people if you're going to be giving it them. So thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more from me, and I'll be back again soon with another recipe, so join me then. In the meanwhile, don't forget to check out the description. There'll be a link to this recipe, a link to my blog, and links to all my social media, so don't forget to go and check me out over on there. That's all for today, I hope you enjoyed. Bye guys.